Saru and Burnham beam down to the beach outside of Saru's village, noticing a Baul pylon in the village center. Burnham remarks that if she didn't know Kelpiens were an oppressed people, she'd think Hamadar was a paradise. It does look like a really pretty place.
Yeah, for sure, except for those ominous pylons.
Well, we all have our weird pylons to deal with. He remarks that his father Eridar had been the village priest when Saru left, an unwitting collaborator enforcing the Baul's mastery over his people. God, could you imagine that? Like, one of your close family members was like one of the dudes who helped your oppressors, like, kill you all when you hit puberty.
Yeah. But I mean, they didn't know.
Yep.
So it wasn't like his dad knew that he was marching him to an early death. I mean, it doesn't make it any better.
No.
And I guess that still counts as being an unwitting collaborator.
For 18 years, Saru had dreamed of coming home to his village, and while it has not changed at all, his experiences changed him and made him see it differently. As they enter the village, the Baul pylon activates. Nearby there, Burnham recognizes some of the plants growing in Saru's quarters, which Saru points out that they don't grow as well on a starship as they do on their home world. And they spot a Kelpien priestess gathering flowers. Saru approaches her and says hello in Kelpien, I'm guessing is the name of their language, and is astonished when he recognizes her as his sister Sarana. Sarana is equally surprised to see her dead brother alive.
Yeah, but then, like, she very quickly, I don't know if it's in this scene, but she does mention that she basically saw him leave. So.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure why she was surprised to see him alive. I mean, I guess if you're saying it's been 18 years, you have no idea. You haven't heard from him or anything like that. I guess you could have thought he was dead through other means, but
I would assume so after 18 years, yeah.
Of no contact.
Yeah. So after some discussions, Saru decides to tell her the truth. That he had sought his future out amongst the stars and been welcomed by Starfleet. And now Burnham introduces herself as a human from Earth. And that she worked with her brother on the Discovery. I'm surprised his sister did not simply pass out at this point, because that's a lot to take in.
Yep, that's an alien on her home planet.
Yep.
I guess it's one thing to see your brother leave in a starship, and you probably didn't see much of it. And then another to be face-to-face with a person from another world.
Yeah. Especially since they say that the Baul have warp technology, so they've probably seen some version of a starship. So some form of flying is probably familiar to them. Yeah,
that's fair.
Then Burnham has to give her a quick breakdown on what a universal translator is. And now, of course, she's going off on a flight of fancy about all the ideas of life forms and space travel and what else out there could exist. And asks if humans drink tea.
Yeah, information overload over here.
Yep. One of the things I always loved about Babylon 5 was every alien species had a dish called Swedish meatballs. It was always different, but every species had it,
And it was called that.
Yep.
I don't know what this word Swedish means, but...
Yep, but it's in here.
We have their meatballs.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting. Like, do you drink tea? And I'm just wondering, what is tea on an alien planet?
I mean, probably something similar, leaves or roots. Boiled or steeped.
Yeah. No, I could see that. But, I mean, what does that plant do to humans?
Yeah, that's one thing they don't really touch on a whole lot. Like, they go to these alien places and, eat and drink. And it's like, you have no idea what effect that's going to have on you.
Yep.
It could be like insta perma-death for you if you take a sip of it.
Yeah, you could get diarrhea for the rest of your life.
I don't know which one of those would be worse.
No, they both would suck quite terribly.
Well, only one of them will only suck for a short amount of time.
Well, this is true. I guess one would only be a problem real quickly. As they are sitting around sipping their alien tea, Saru remarks that Sarana sounds a lot like their father. And this is when Sarana has to say, oh yeah, Dad had to go on for his old variety recently. And, things just kind of keep getting worse for Saru.
Like, oh, really? So, that's sweet.
Yep. And
Dad's dead.
Yeah. One more thing there, Sarana gets indignant with them is they believe the Watchful Eye had punished Saru. So the Watchful Eye is what they call the pylons.
Yeah. She's basically saying it's Saru's fault that all that bad stuff happened to their family.
Yeah. And apparently the entire village has been walking on eggshells for the last 20 years, afraid of retribution for whatever it was that Saru had done.
Oh, I'm laughing, but that is not funny.
No, it's not. It's kind of horrific,
Yeah.
I could guess they were probably all really, really well behaved and friendly during that period.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Till they lose them ganglia, then they're all going to beat each other's throats.
Yep. It's all downhill from there. Sarana senses that he is there for another reason, though. And that's when Burnham and Saru explain about the Red Angel, and that they know little about it, only that it appears in conjunction with a red light in the sky during times of crisis. Sarana is again outraged at Saru to return following the Red Angel and not coming back for her, and accuses him of not being brave enough to face the balance, which is their ganglia removal ritual.
Yeah, so not brave enough to face that with in a culture that is remarked by sheer cowardice, extreme cowardice. I don't see where the insult is there.
No, me neither. And just at that moment, her little ganglia poke out and begin to shake, which she believes means that the Baul are onto them. And then all the pylons begin to activate, and this is something that Saru recognizes as a precursor for the Baul harvest. And Burnham contacts the Discovery to beam them all back.